Hey guys, David Pingree here. We're out at the Fouch Ranch for a private test day and another garage build here, a 2018 Kawasaki 250F. Pretty unique look to this bike. Our art designer, David Langren, he likes every year to take a bike and make it his own, and so this was his design. Doesn't really look like a Kawasaki, but it definitely looks unique. I think he did a great job putting it together. The colors are really cool, a lot of ghosted in little graphics and things like that. So awesome job. The guys at Decor are the ones that actually built the graphics, so thanks to them for really putting together a cool looking bike. And we did a few things on this thing. We didn't go too crazy with it. For the engine, Racetech's building motors now, and they do an awesome job. We wanted to give them a chance to put something in here, and it's a basic engine modification. It's got a 270 piston from Vertex, and then they just did their head modifications to it, put it together for us. So it's pretty durable, pretty simple. You can run VPU4 or pump gas in this thing, depending on what your budget is. So a lot of increased horsepower with keeping that reliability. They also did the suspension, obviously. Racetech's out here today to help us set it up and tweak it and tune it if we need to. So we'll get some good feedback on that. And other than that, a lot of it is just cosmetic. We also added an FMF Exhaust System and hints in just the springs and the cover. We didn't need to go with a full clutch on this thing, but the clutch gives it, the plates give it a little bit better feel, and the cover just looks nice. So we jumped through that in there. It's a full Tusk wheel set and rotors. Those guys do a great job making a really affordable wheel set in a lot of different colorways. So check those guys out. Renthal bars and Renthal grips. We got a lot of works connection parts and pieces to kind of bring the colors together. Supersprox sprocket, Dunlop tires. The guys at Cycra put together the plastic for us, and Moto Seat built the seat for us. Scar foot pegs that are titanium, really good pegs. So a lot of cool parts and pieces on here. We've got a friend of ours, Cody Young, who's going to come out and ride this thing for us today, give us his feedback. He's a former professional Supercross racer, so the guy knows what he's doing. He'll give us a good test on this thing. So thanks to all these companies involved. We're going to go get this thing in the dirt, and we'll get back to you. All right, well, Cody Young got his time on this bike today, and want to pick his brain a little bit about it. So thanks for coming out, first of all. Tell us a little bit about what you thought of this thing. It's been a while since you've ridden a 250?
Yeah, it's definitely been a little while. This bike, I mean, it was absolutely amazing for the little stuff they did to it. I mean, just the basics, what they did, it made the bike really strong, really solid power from the bottom all the way to the top. The Racetech suspension worked great. I mean, all the turns, all the jumps, everything, it didn't feel rigid, didn't feel like it was too soft, too hard. I mean, the top, mid, and bottom all felt really nice, really fun to ride. I mean, when you're riding it, you can ride it for a long time. It's just a really fun bike to ride.
And we didn't have a whole lot of bumps today to get the action or anything, but you did come up short on a big step at once, so we know that it handles bottoming well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I underjudged that a little bit and came out clean, so I mean, I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it says something about the way they valve this stuff. What about the motor? Again, we didn't do a whole lot to this thing. Very simple modifications, very affordable, with an exhaust and an ignition and some of the Racetech engine mods, but just basic. How did this thing feel? And I know it's been a while since you've ridden a 250, but what was your impression?
I mean, from what I remember of riding 250F stuff, Racetech, it seemed like they did a pretty good job on this motor. I mean, compared to a lot of different stuff I've ridden for test bikes, especially with Pingree and some other test ride stuff, I mean, the bike felt really solid. I was actually really impressed with it. I thought the bike was a pretty solid bike all the way through. I mean, there was no hiccups with nothing. I think Racetech did a really good job on this motor.
Yeah, that's good. And like you said, very clean. One of the things at any level, you just want it to be clean. No pops, no hiccups, no farts, because that'll get you in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's it's good when you ride a bike like this and you have solid power from as soon as you touch the throttle all the way till the top when you over rev. I mean, sometimes you ride bikes and they have no bottom and a lot of top end, or you have a lot of top end but no bottom, and this thing had solid power from bottom to top. I mean, there was no lag on the throttle. I mean, sometimes you ride a bike and it's that little bit of bottom kind of hiccups, and this thing was perfect all the way through.
And what about some of the other components? We've got these scar foot pegs, which are titanium, so they're lighter, but I'm curious to see what you thought of the feel of that, the brakes, some of the works connection, clutch perch, all that stuff.
Yeah, everything felt good. I mean, when I cased that step up, these pegs kept me from going bucket bronco, so that has to say something. But yeah, the bike was absolutely great. The braking felt good, didn't feel too mushy, didn't feel too tight. I mean, the renthal bars were perfect, the work connection, clutch perch, and it was a really nice pull in the clutch, not too hard, not too soft. I mean, this whole bike was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's nice when you jump on something that's been gone through and set up. You know, even the clutch perch, it's got an easy roll to adjust it. You know, brand new grips, so it's hard to complain about a brand new bike that's all dialed in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we appreciate you coming out, and thanks for giving it a test ride. I know it looks cool, so to Langers, want to tip my cap to him. He did an awesome job designing this. His bikes always look amazing, and all the companies involved, thanks a bunch. We really appreciate it. We enjoy doing these projects. We hope you do too. So from Cody and I, thank you. We'll see you on the next one.